Hey, Noah here. Welcome to part 25, I believe, of my Contempt of Court Let's Play. Last time, we were accusing Volper of being the culprit of both the Perry Docks murder and the Maplethorpe murder. And even though there was a ton of evidence against him, he was actually about to get away. But then suddenly, he kept having flashbacks of him as a puppet or something, and he was talking about the boogeyman, and he basically just confessed and said that he actually did kill Maplethorpe and Perry Docks. I don't know why, but we're probably going to find out pretty soon. So let's just get into this. Pah, I'm bored now. I need some new friends soon. This miserable bunch are really dampening my good mood. Wouldn't you say, Smithy? Miserable? I'm not the one who still doesn't have that stupid piece of rock yet. I'm not sure I like that tone of yours. You remember what got you into this mess in the first place, don't you? All these years and I haven't forgotten. No. Say, there's an idea. Thinking about the misery you've been through all these years. It might be just what I need to lift my spirits. I'm in the mood for a story, folks, so gather around and listen good. This is a classic tale from my archives, a story from long ago. Are you sitting comfortably, ladies and gentlemen? Then let's begin. One busy day at the precinct, our hapless hero, a mere rookie who had yet to spread his wings, was hard at work, napping at his desk. Until a sudden visit from the chief of police set into motion the course of his destiny. Smith! He snapped. Smith! Hey, Smith! What's going on? Look lively, kid. You're needed down at the courthouse. At the courthouse? What for? What do you think, genius? There's been an incident there. What? You mean I've been assigned to a case? Yup, you're in the big leagues now, kid. About time you did some real work around here. Since you're still green, though, you'll need to start small. What do you mean, start small? I don't need to... Don't argue, Smith. That mouth of yours will get you in real trouble someday. Just get over to the courthouse as soon as possible. There'll be another officer there waiting for you. He's pretty fresh, too, so don't expect him to have all the answers yet. I don't need help. I'm not a... Just go! That pushy old fossil. Thinking he could boss me about just because he's the boss. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot. Suppose you ought to know just who I am. Oh, what the hell? My name's Renwick Smith. I'm a homicide detective. At least now I am. I'll make his voice a little bit deeper. I've been waiting forever for a chance to work on a real murder case. And now, at long last, I've been given my first assignment. It's about damn time, too. The chief didn't brief me much about what happened at the courthouse. But there's another officer up there who filled me in on what's been going down. But little did I know about what I'd be getting myself into by following this case through. If I had a chance to turn back the clock and prevent this mess from ever happening, I'd have, for the first time ever, kept my big mouth shut. 5 years earlier. Renwick Smith's first assignment. Right, here we are. The courthouse. Now, where's that officer who's supposed to be meeting me here? Is that the guy? Oh, shit. I immediately saw him and went Australian. That's my bad. Hey, you over there. Yeah? This area is off limits to the public. Official police business and stuff. No, unless... Are you that Fenwick guy I'm looking for? Fenwick? I'm Renwick Smith, homicide detective. Homicide detective, huh? Nice try, mate. You said your name's Renwick? I'm waiting for someone called Fenwick. I can't possibly see anything going wrong with this case. Look, it's me. The precinct sent me, okay? Oh yeah? Well, if you really are the detective sent here by the station, you better produce some proof sharpish. Fine, you want proof of my occupation? What do you think of this, then? Did you really think that a phony badge would get past these eyes? What? What phony? It's genuine. It's a genuine, real, authentic police badge, I tell you. Haha, just testing you. Well done. Presenting your badge is what you should have done when asked for identity. Although you could have brought out the badge in a bit more of a wha-bam kind of way. Is this guy for real? Oh, cheer up, mate. I'm only pulling your leg. I know who you are. You're the newbie they sent, right? Newbie? Oh, that term really gets on my nerves. Alright, fine. I'm the newbie. Then what does that make you? From what I've heard at the station, you're only a greenhorn yourself. Robert Snow. Charmed. Robert Snow, huh? So what's going on? Why was I called out here to the courthouse? And how come you're here too? I wasn't exactly called here, mate. I was already here when the incident occurred. Really? What were you doing here in the first place? I was the lead detective of a murder case that happened not so long ago. I came here to testify about the findings at the scene of the crime. And, between you and me, this was my first case. Your first case? So you're as much as a newbie as I am? Not so, my young friend, not so. Young? You're the one who's barely reached the mid-20s yet, mate. I mean, after all, the score is so far is me 1, you 0. Anyway, the reason you're here is because you were already here? Then why ask for me? What more could I bring to this investigation? Since you're still green, it's been decided that you should be introduced to the field a little bit more. I'm on orders today to run you through a basic investigation to show you how they usually go. Think of this as a taster session of detective work. And they thought a detective with one case under his belt would make a suitable mentor? So what's the deal with this case? What happened here? That deal, my young friend, is like this. There was an attempted murder in court today. A what? An attempted murder? Yeah, an attempted murder. It happened right at the end of the trial. Some crazy punk struck out at the defendant. Is he alright? Ha! I bloody well hope not. Sorry? Hope that guy rots in prison for what he did. But I was talking about the defendant. Oh. Now you tell me. He's been hurt pretty badly. An injury like that, I wouldn't hold my breath. Where is he now? The hospital? He's being patched up in that ambulance over there. He should be setting off for the hospital anytime soon. I wonder what happened to the defendant. Lost a fucking eye. So what happened? There was a trial earlier this morning. As I said, I was the detective in charge of investigations, so I testified. Anyway, get this. The prosecutor turned out to be the guy who killed the victim. He was pretty steamed by the end of the trial when he was convicted, as you'd imagine. Before he was taken away, he managed to take his anger out on the defendant. Let's leave it there for now. It's not pleasant to recall. The prosecutor was the killer, and the guy who injured the defendant? Well, at least we know who it was. Seems a lot of trouble for the investigation. You alright, mate? You look kind of spaced out. Oh, I know. You're scared. Is that it? I'm not scared. Okay, geez, calm down. Wasn't aware I was dealing with a badass over here. He's right, actually. Sort of. All my life I've dreamt of being a detective. Solving crimes, busting criminals, and overall being awesome. But now that I'm finally faced with the moment I've been waiting forever for, I don't know. I suddenly feel nerves, or is it more like dread? Well, there he goes. Anyway, let's go inside and get down to investigating, shall we? And hey, don't worry about it. It gets easier, this detective lark, trust me. You can talk. This is only your second case. I guess I better follow him. Okay, here we go. Let's examine outside first. Wow. So that's the courthouse, huh? This is my first time here, and I gotta say, it looks pretty grand. Oh, that's it. Okay. Right. Oh, what's that guy doing? He looks pretty... Oh, wait, no, that's Vincenzo. Oh, shit. Oh, there you are. You ready to start investigating? As ready as I'll ever be, I guess. No need to sound so excited. Hey, who's the guy over there with his head in his hands? Oh, him. I'd steer clear of him if I were you, mate. He just needs to be alone for a while. Anyway, come on through into the courtroom and then we can start this thing. Could he have been related to the victim or something? I'd better not get involved in mind my own business for now. That's a good thing, because my voice for Renwick right now is borderline Vincenzo territory, so I'm glad he's not going to show up for a little bit. So this is where it happened, huh? Excellent deductive skills there. It's already earned you your first scout badge. Scout badge? Is this guy trying to annoy me on purpose or something? Now then, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Since this case is really a no-brainer, this investigation is pretty straightforward. No-brainer, huh? Suppose you know about that. Damn! You what? Nothing. Anyway, the crime scene is in this very courtroom. See if you can find it. That shouldn't be too hard. Go on then, knock yourself out. Have fun! Where should we start? Have you tried looking around the room yet? You might stumble upon something called a crime scene. Why, Chief? Why did you stick me with this guy? Okay, well... yeah, pretty obvious crime scene. Well, this police tape, this must be the spot where the attempted murder happened. That's where the defendant's chair is, you know. So the defendant was sat here next to the defense bench when he was attacked? I'm going to say yes to that. So, is that it then? Is this how an investigation works? Is that it? Of course that's not it. You need to take a closer look at the evidence, you dopey sod. Dopey sod. We get to say, oh, this is where the crime happened, and leave it at that, can we? All right, calm down. Someone had sour milk on the cereal this morning. I did, actually. Wow, you are good. Just sort out that attitude problem of yours, and I'll make a Sherlock Holmes out of you yet. Guess I'd better have a closer look at what's here. But blood. Yep, you should get some blood with a homicide case, alright? What's wrong? You don't like blood? I'm fine with blood, just not so much with seeing it in a huge splatter like this. And you chose to become a homicide detective. Right, fine, I'll examine the blood, okay? Ugh. So, where was the victim struck to cause this big drop of blood? In the eye. In the eye? That's horrible. Luckily, he seemed to survive, but we can't really say for sure until the hospital contacts us. This amount of blood. The victim must have surely lost his eye. A King of Hearts playing card? What's this doing here? One of its corners is bent upwards and covered in blood. Worked it out yet, mate? Of course I have. This card was... the weapon? The weapon, right? Bingo. This playing card was thrown at the defendant by the attacker. Why a playing card, though? What a strange choice for a weapon. I think the guy was just seeing so much red that he picked up the first thing he could get his hands on. What about the object itself? What about it? Why would a simple playing card have caused so much damage? Well, you know what they say about things with sharp corners, don't you? Keep them the hell away from your eyes for the love of all that's holy, or something like that. Actually, I have no idea. I wasn't hanging around for the entirety of the trial. I testified at the beginning and had no other business here. The trial? So you mean that this playing card was evidence used in that trial? Hold on, I'm gonna eat real quick. I think it's time I delve deeper into the case itself to try and understand what this all means. I'll ask Robert about what he knows. Anything else you can tell me about the trial that happened earlier? Let's see. The defendant's name was Errol Brisbane. He was accused of pushing his friend off a cliff. The prosecution had a witness who supposedly saw Brisbane shove the victim, but the defense proved that someone actually dragged him down over the edge. That sounds pretty crazy. I know. I thought the defense was bonkers when he first presented his theory to the court, but he managed to prove it. And guess who really was the victim guess who really was the one who did the victim in? Didn't you say it was the prosecutor? Right. Crazy twister, what? The little punk goes by the name of Vex Volpa. Nasty piece of work. Vex Volpa? What a stupid name. Damn. He was a prosecutor who killed the victim? What was his motivation? That's where the story gets interesting. See? They're all connected to each other. The victim was Vex Volpa's stepbrother, who was friends with the defendant, Brisbane.
What would have driven the prosecutor to murder his own stepbrother?
The guy's clearly a psycho. Who knows what deranged motive he had? Some people just aren't right in the head, my friend.
That I can understand. Let's see, what to do now? Maybe I should learn more about the people involved? Is there anything else I should know about the people involved?
The only people worth a damn in this whole thing are Brisbane and Volpa. And like I said, Volpa's a self-proclaimed perfect prosecutor, with Brisbane being a prosecutor in training. Or was, depending on how he is.
Way to bring the mood down, fish and chips.
Hey, you gotta be hard and ready to accept anything in this line of work, mate. Where do you think the term hard-boiled comes from?
Well, I didn't think it came from how detectives like their eggs.
Anyway, these two guys. Apparently they attended the same law school. And this Jack Crane fella, the guy who was killed, he's the connection. Volpa's stepbrother and Brisbane's closest friend.
I see. So, what happens now?
Right, so now you've had yourself a crime scene investigation, and you've learned a little bit more about what happened too. It's now time to have a chat with those involved with the incident.
You mean interviews, right?
Interviews, chats, tar-to-tars, whatever you want to call them. The next step is to find out where you can from those who witnessed the crime. That way Volpa will have another criminal charge under his belt. This time for... What? What the hell does that mean? GBH? I don't know what that means.
GBH?
Grievous bodily harm. Intentional energy. Where did you train?
Police Academy on Earth.
So what do you want to do now, then? Any suggestions?
I think I should go and see how the victim's doing at the hospital.
Alright, I'll meet you at the detention center later. I'm gonna arrange a visit with Volpa so I can teach you more about interviewing suspects.
With the killer? Great, I'm looking forward to that. Not?
I'll take that as a hooray. See you later, then.
Better head on over to the city hospital and see how that Brisbane guy's doing. That is, if he's still kicking.
Oh, Vincenzo's gone.
This is the place, apparently.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, hi, Detective Smith. Is this Aurora Brisbane's room?
That's right, are you... Oh. That's right, are you here to see him? I'm just gonna do my normal, like, Maya voice.
Oh, I guess. He's right over here.
Oh, shit, didn't mean to click that. Oh, boy. You look rough, buddy.
Ah, nice hospital gown. That patch. So, he did lose an eye. Could I be alone with him for a few minutes, miss?
You could.
But he'd have to wake up first. Oh, guess I'll have to wake him up then. I'm afraid you can't do that, sir. And why not? Because he's still under the effects of the anesthetic. Anesthetic? He needed to be put to sleep so the eye socket could be tended to. He probably won't come around for another hour. Great. I just walked all the way here for nothing. Would you like to sit in the waiting room, sir? No, no thanks. Hate waiting rooms. I'll just come back later. So much for that. I've got no choice but to come back in an hour. This investigation could be going better.
Might as well examine it a little bit.
Wash basin attached to the wall near the door. There's also a partition next to it blocking the basin off from the patient. Yeah, kind of inconvenient. There's not much to see out the window. Sure, this room's on the 4th floor, but it still isn't much of a view. Boy, is Brisbane gonna be annoyed when he wakes up. Pretty swanky looking flat screen TV on the bedside table. Kind of an awkward angle to be watching TV from, though. Nope, nothing to look at here? Okay.
Well, looks like that's it. And here he comes. Yeah, for your taste of an interview, eh? The guard just left to get Volpa and bring him in here. So how was the hospital? Is Brisbane okay?
Here, Liv. Not that I got a chance to ask him, though. He was asleep.
Might have been a tad tricky to talk to him then.
You think? Anyway, what's this Volpa guy like?
Interesting comes to mind. He certainly made a creepy enough speech to the defense when he was hauled away. Some nonsense about how he'll get him or something. Talk of the devil, here he comes now. Hell yeah. Well, if it isn't Detective Robert Snow and friends.
Friends? Are you talking...
Yes, I'm talking to you, Smithy boy.
Smithy boy? How did you know my...
That might have been me. I dropped your name to the guard. Ha ha ha. You're new at this, aren't you, Smithy boy? Tell me, do I scare you? Does being face to face with a killer make you quiver in your little starter shoes? Don't worry, mate. If he ever gets too much for you, I'll take over the questioning.
No, I'm fine.
Are you Apollo Justice? I'm fine. Apollo Justice entered the chat.
No, I'm fine, really.
Aye, don't yell at me. Yell at Shark Teeth McGee over here.
That evil grin. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Yeah, come on, snap out of it. Just ask the damn questions already.
I love his theme so much.
So you're that perfect prosecutor I've been told about?
You're well informed, Smithy boy. But then again, my reputation no doubt precedes me.
No, it doesn't. Besides, some perfect prosecutor you turned out to be.
And what does that mean exactly?
Well, I've been told you're a killer. And a pretty lousy one, too. You were found out and now you're not so perfect anymore. Boy, you really screwed up, huh?
Ooh, ouch. Really know how to cut to my core, Smithy boy. I am perfect. Nobody talks trash about Vexavulper. Nobody!
Come on now, tough guy. Don't feed the animal. Is he always this loud and obnoxious?
I say so. I don't call him the Red Devil for nothing.
A devil? Wait, I've heard of this guy before. Isn't he that ruthless prosecutor that started out really young? Like 19 or something?
Yep, with a winning streak that's almost as long as his mean one. Now you're beginning to realize who you're dealing with here.
Oh, I guess your reputation does precede you.
That's better.
So, did you, do it?
Smooth.
What? What's wrong with that question?
Leave the poor guy alone, Snowman. He asked a perfectly valid question. I'm going to answer it. Yep, that was me. Jack Crane, my stepbrother. Dead. Because of me.
So you're admitting that you did it?
That's right. What are you gonna do? What's the big bad detective gonna do about it? The chump already confessed this in court, mate. There was a whole room who saw him throw the card and pop Brisbane's eyeball, remember?
What am I doing here asking him what we already know?
I told you haven't practiced at interviewing suspects.
I'm positive now that this guy's deliberately trying to annoy me. Alright then, how about this? Why did you do it? Why did you throw a playing card at the defendant?
He was the one who wouldn't shut up about the damn thing. I want my precious Enigmium back. Wah! So, he wanted it back so badly, he got it back. So I tossed it back to him. And it's his fault he sucks at catching.
Wait a minute. What did you call the card?
Aha, you picked up on it. What sharp ears you have, detective?
Guess that's the closest thing to a compliment I'll hear today. Naming no names. Now what was that weird word Volpa kept calling the playing card? Sorry. Getting back to the playing card you flung at Brisbane, you called it a weird word. What was it?
And so we come to the crux.
The crux?
Yes, crux. The centerpiece of this whole wacky adventure. Enigmium. That was the weird word.
Enigmium? What on earth is that?
What on earth is it? I'll tell you what on earth it is, my friend. Only one of the rarest and most valuable minerals on Earth is what it is.
The playing card is a what? A rare mineral?
Oh, come on. That's the daftest thing I've ever heard. Even if the playing card was made of that enigmium, or whatever it's called, that was what you decided to attack Brisbane with? Now, we all make mistakes. Thank you very much for reminding me.
This enigmium, if it's so valuable, how much is it worth?
Oh, not much. Not enough to make me think twice about tossing it away. Just a measly $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Right, that'd buy you some noodles, all right?
$1 billion and the most imaginative thing you can come up with is noodles? No, I'm really curious about this case. Hope Volpa's willing to tell us more about the enigmium, especially why the hell it's disguised as a playing card of all things. Getting back to the matter of the Enigmium playing card.
It's mine.
Huh? What did you...
It's mine!
Yeah, he jumped against the glass so hard I thought he'd break through.
Take it easy, Smithy boy. I'm not gonna eat you. Yeah, you did look really spooked, mate. You can't do you any harm behind there.
Wait, what? Why are you whining about me? He banged the glass and made me jump.
I just thought you overreacted a touch, that's all.
Overreacted? Overreacted?
Yeah, kinda like that.
You listen to me, mate. What the fuck are you doing?
Bro, why? Oh my god. He's got giant feet. His feet are bigger than his head. Hey, guard, are you sure this is the visitor's room? Yeah, why do you ask? Because I think I've stumbled into the entertainment room by accident. This is quite a show, don't you agree? If only I had some popcorn.
Wait, what are we doing? I'm meant to be asking you about the
Enigmium. Yeah, I remember. What do you want to know?
For a start, why does it look like a playing card?
That was Jack's stupid idea. He tried to hide it from me by disguising it as the most mundane object ever. I smelled a rat when he kept flaunting that card about, calling it his lucky charm.
Lucky charm? Where did the Enigmium come from in the first place?
That's a secret, I'm afraid. Anything else?
Oh, well, how about this? How did it become the center of a murder?
It belonged to me and Jack, my estranged stepbrother. I didn't want to share it any longer, and I wanted all the money for myself. Before I had a chance, he fled, and tried to offload it onto his poor clueless friend, Errol Brisbane. I got there first and disposed of the troublesome Mr. Crane, all in the name of Monies. Does that answer your question, detective?
Wait, your method of killing the victim was pulling him over the edge of a cliff, right? Did you go and collect the Enigmium afterwards?
Not exactly. After killing him, I ran into quite a snafu with collecting the prize. It wasn't until after I dragged him to his death that I realized I couldn't climb down the cliff. It took ages. By the time I was almost there, the damn cops had to show up. Had to abandon the Enigmium and run.
Oh, what a shame.
I've only got myself to blame for what happened to Brisbane. I'm really gonna miss that Enigmium. Visiting hours are now over for today. Well, my friends, it's been fun. I better go and check out my new temporary digs. Temporary? You won't be leaving here anytime soon, mate. Ah, that's what you really think, huh? This is where I'll have to disagree with you, Snowman. I have friends, you see. Oh, good for you. I've got friends too. Even Runwick here must have friends, right?
What? Of course I do.
But not the kind of friends I'm talking about. No. These friends will be an asset in getting me an early release, you mark my words. Oh, I'm so scared of you and your little playground chums. Gloat all you want for now, but you will be. Hey, are you coming? Yeah. You better watch your backs, the both of you. Especially you, Snowman. Ta-ta for now, folks. We'll all meet again, I'm sure. Especially me? You know, I think that's pretty much all the investigation we need.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at the crime scene, we've interviewed the suspect. I really don't think there's much else we can do until the trial.
Trial? Hasn't Volper already had a trial?
Yeah, but he's still got another trial at a higher court to go through. His attack on Brisbane will be taken into account and go towards giving him a tougher sentence.
His sentence isn't tough enough already?
It wasn't enough to give him life in jail. But thanks to you and what you've uncovered today, that should do it.
It's not really like I tried. I mean, a room full of people saw it happen. And besides, the crime was a no-brainer.
Well, yeah, but it still needed to be officially looked into by the police.
So is that really it? Has this case been put to rest? Put to rest.
You okay? You look like you've got something on your mind.
Brisbane, I should probably go back to the hospital and see how he's doing.
Good point. You think he'll have anything worthwhile to say?
Most likely. He's the victim after all, and he should be awake by now. Next stop, the hospital. Ward B4. I think it was around this corner.
I'm not doing that whole voice line. That's gonna hurt my throat.
What was that? All that commotion came from Brisbane's room. A police officer. Please, sir, do something. What's going on here? He's gone insane. He just woke up and... Oh boy, what's happening?
Holy shit!
Mr. Brisbane?
What do you want?
It's okay, I'm a police officer. Just sit down and take some deep breaths.
My eye! Where is my eye?
You, had an accident in court. That Volper guy,
Volper. Ah, get out! Get out of here!
Oh, I never knew the guy was such a hothead. He certainly doesn't look it. Then again, being half blinded by a jackass prosecutor would have made anyone mad. I'd better try and see if I can reason with him.
Didn't I tell you to get out?
Look, I don't mean any harm. I just wanted to ask you some questions about, you know...
Don't want to talk about it. Especially about him.
Ouch, he can sure thrash pretty damn violently. I'd turn him into the station if he wasn't the victim in all this. I get the feeling that trying to talk this guy isn't the way to go. Maybe if I come back with something to grab his attention and calm him down.
The card.
I don't actually have the playing card on me. Giving it to Brisbane might prove difficult.
Oh, I have to go back and get it. Okay. Wait, what if I try to talk?
Look, let me speak for me.
Okay, well, he's pretty angry, so,
I'm gonna push this guy with a 10-foot pole right now. I'm gonna find some way to grab his attention. He's pretty fucking mad, okay.
like, damn. He's really mad.
The enigmium. Can I really take it from a crime scene? Feels wrong to steal something worth so much, but it might be the only way to talk to Brisbane. Besides, who would leave it lying around for anyone to steal anyway? It belongs to Brisbane and I'm returning it to him. Nothing wrong with that. Got the weirdest feeling that I'm being watched. That's why I hate silent rooms. I get so paranoid.
Hey, bro.
This has to be it. The only way I can get Brisbane to talk. This belongs to you, right?
The enigma. How much do you know?
Pretty much all there is to know. It's mineral worth $1 billion that belonged to Jack Crane and his stepbrother. The brother got greedy and wanted it all for himself, which forced your friend into hiding. He then tried to share its fortune with you, only for him to be, you know. And for today's trial, you have been recognized as the enigmium's rightful owner. I've taken a huge chance taking it from a crime scene. So I'd like for you to tell me what you know in return. Have we got a deal? Who are you? Renwick Smith. I'm a detective looking into what happened to you. Anything you can tell me will be a huge help. Right. Okay, I can do that. Let's keep the psychotic episodes to a minimum, shall we? Look, I'm sorry for what just happened. I don't know what came over me. Have you always been this violent? No, not at all. If anything, I've always been timid, weak, pathetic. You see, I've always had this crippling fear of bad people. Bad people? How old are you again? What do you mean? Criminals, bullies, you get the idea, right? That's why I'm studying law. I hope to become a renowned prosecutor one day. I thought that through convicting criminals, it would be redemption for all the times I've been chicken. What happened earlier? The anger from nowhere? I only woke up shortly before you arrived. For a moment, I was totally distraught about the loss of my eye. But then I started to remember what happened before I lost consciousness.
I have something for you. Think fast.
The world went red. That was the last thing I can remember.
Red. Devil. Vex. Volper.
Bro, chill. Luckily, I saw that coming and ducked out. That was his most violent outburst yet. Better? Oh, sorry. I couldn't control myself. Once I started talking about him, I felt the rage bubbling from deep within. I just have to let it out. Feels like my head will explode if I don't. Boy, have I been there before. Look on the bright side. You seem to have overcome your shyness. That's one way of looking at it, I guess. The last person I told about my shyness betrayed me. What? Someone betrayed you? He promised me everything would be alright. He said he'd defend me to the bitter end. For a defense attorney, the word defense is a fitting irony. He sure didn't defend me from a razor-sharp card flying through the air. Your defense attorney was the one who betrayed you, just because of someone else's actions? Look, I think you're probably just looking for things to vent your anger on. Yes, I hate him almost as much as him. You know, since I woke up, I've been thinking about me and my career. I was thinking of abandoning law after what just happened. Sorry, my voice for Brisbane right now is basically Vex Volper, but like I don't want to make him like super deep voice, but maybe I'll just keep him as deep voice. I think I should do that, yeah. But I'm not quitting. I'll become a field prosecutor one day. And woe betide that failure of an attorney if he ever stands against me in court. Whoa, I wouldn't want to be in that guy's shoes for sure. I'm presenting you with evidence. What about this blood? Does this mean anything to you? No, can't say it does. Although... Yes? It is evidence. It is evidence, right? And evidence reminds me of cases. Cases remind me of court. Courts reminds me of law. And law reminds me of prosecutors. Prosecutors remind me of... Oh, God. No. Looks like his state of mind is now a word association game that always leads back to Volper. Well. That doesn't seem correct. I should not know this. That doesn't seem right. Oh no. Oh yeah, he's gonna flip the fuck out. Yeah, that doesn't seem correct. I don't know why. I don't know why that's there. No, let's not go there. Okay. Well, that seems like it's it, but I can examine stuff though. There's not much to see out the window. Oh. Oh, well. Yeah, Brisbane's smashed the window. Yeah. It's probably a good thing to notice. Oh. Flat screen TV from the bedside table. Looks like it was thrown across the room. A wash basin attached to the wall near the door. There's also a partition next to it blocking the basin off from the patient. Yeah, kind of inconvenient. Yeah. Okay, well. Why don't I present you with you? No. I can't present you. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Well. Alright, well. Time to look at the guide and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do here. Okay, I present the card to him again. Just what is the story with this enigmium anyways? I've heard it from others, but I'd like to hear from you. I guess there's no use in hiding anything from you, Detective. No need, I know all there is to know anyway. But I'd appreciate it if you told me your side of the story. Very well. I'll tell you what I can. The enigmium. It belonged to my late friend Jack. In law school, it was something I'd always seen him playing with. One day I wanted to know just what the deal was with that playing card. And what did he say?
It might sound weird to you, but he told me it was his lucky charm.
Lucky charm, huh? Vulpes said the same thing.
When I asked him what he meant, he said he couldn't talk about it in public. So he told me to meet him up at Verglass Bridge that night.
So he could tell you what was so special about the card?
Yeah, so I met him at the agreed place and time on a snowy cliff.
Snowy cliff? Talking about a death waiting to happen.
That was when he told me it was made from enigmium. Strange though, he wouldn't tell me where it came from. Already being familiar with enigmium, I realized how much it was worth. And that was when he said it. He had plans to split the fortune between the two of us. I got a bit overexcited and tried to grab it off him. And that was when...
You don't have to tell me, I know the rest. Jack Nova told him where he got the enigmium, a bit shady. That's all of my questions. Thanks for speaking to me, Mr. Brisbane. You know, considering the circumstances... And, here. I think this belongs to you.
It's kind of funny. Every time I look at this from now on, it's going to remind me of this day.
Oh, so do you want it or...
No, it's mine!
Whoa! Okay, well, he has it now.
You promise that you'll keep this between us, right? I don't want any more attention drawn to it, and I don't want to risk losing my other eye.
That's understandable. Okay, I promise. You know, I'd like to look into the enigmium for myself.
Really? Why?
You said yourself that you didn't know where your friend got it from. I might be able to get to the bottom of this mystery.
By researching enigmium, you think that'll work?
Dunno, but it's worth a shot. What do you think?
Okay, and I trust you not to tell anyone about this. Right!
Yeah, of course. I said I promised.
Say, I think I know where you can start your research.
You do?
I remember reading about it in a book in the court's reading room once. Since I study law, I found myself in there one day. And I happened to find a book called Enigmas of Nature, the World's Rarest Minerals.
A book on the world's rarest minerals? What would that be doing in a court library? Thanks, Mr. Brisbane. That might be a good starting point. So, get well soon, I guess.
I'll take that in my stride, I suppose. Thanks, Detective, and good luck hunting down the enigmium's origins. Reading room. There we go.
So the court has an entire library down here, huh? Shows how much I know. Must be pretty unpopular, too. The place is deserted. Again with the eerily silent places. Time to start looking for that book, I guess. Now, what was it called again? Should be on this shelf somewhere. Aha, there's a whole stack of books on the same subject here. Gently does it? What the heck. Holy shit! What the fuck? It's, what am I seeing? No, this one's more on the right track. Yeah. You're seeing what I'm seeing, right, Wenwick? What's on the shelf behind the books? I called up the precinct right away and told them about the body. There was a body? There was a body in there? Holy shit. Since I was already here, it was decided I should carry out the investigation myself. With the help of a group of forensics who were on their way over. Holy shit, there's a body. Okay. Seeing the body freaked me out so much when I first noticed it behind the books. What the hell had I stumbled upon? Nonetheless, it was time for me to find out. Time for me to investigate a real homicide.
We finished moving the body into the open, sir.
Thanks, guys. I've got this. Sort of.
Jesus. How the hell did this happen?
Bookcases. Aisles upon aisles of bookcases. The shelves must be pretty deep, too, seeing as someone was able to stash a body on one.
What? The body was like... Okay. The body was just like on the bookcases, I guess. Okay.
Okay. There it is. A real dead body. Come on, get it together. Wait, the forensics placed the body face down? Really? I don't fancy turning him over. Better just try and work with it. So what's your story, pal? Why were you killed and stuffed onto a bookshelf? Who are you? Why are you here? Who thought lime green was a good suit color? Pardon me for a second. Looks like this is all he had on him when he was killed. Is there anything here that will be useful evidence? Ooh! Neck. He got killed with a garrote wire. Hey, what do we have here? Actually, what do we have here? A little piece of card? It's a corner that's been torn out. Oh, that's the aculus. Wait. If this is 5 years earlier, the aculus existed before the Cadopian smuggling ring then. Okay. Corner that's been torn out. I wonder if the body has any more pieces. Excuse me for a second. Nope, no sign of the rest of it. What have you been doing with this torn piece of card? What do we have here? A passport. Now, why would this guy have been carrying a passport?
Because people carry passports, dude.
Oh well, it'll likely be a clue as to who he is.
Chill. Chill. Damn. Wow! Wow, Renwick. Jesus.
Wow, you're an ugly fella, aren't you? Damn. Blaine Chill. Wow, he must have had some cruel parents. Damn.
Wow.
A Virginian too, huh? You're a long way from home, pal. This is useful. I'll have to run this down to the precinct for a more detailed ID soon. There's something weird about the victim's neck. It's a deep red groove.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh, it makes me feel like I'm going to gag.
It's a deep red groove. Right the way around his neck. Wait, could this have been the cause of his death? Was he strangled with garrote wire or something? Giving him a quick once-over, I can't see any bruises or other signs of harm. Maybe this was the way he was killed after all. Considering the fact that his body was dumped onto a bookshelf and covered over, it's probably safe to say he was killed in this very room. Yeah, that was a damn fine deduction if I do say so myself.
That was the most simple deduction ever. Shut up.
I think that's all the evidence I'm gonna find. I better see how the forensics are doing sweeping the scene. Hey you, report! Wow, that felt good.
We searched the entire library, Detective.
And?
Nothing. There's nothing else of interest here, sir.
What? You mean you can't find anything? What about a weapon? From the looks of the body, I'd say he was strangled with garrote wire or something.
No, we haven't been able to find any sort of evidence.
But that makes no sense. There has to be something. Oh well, at least we still have the scrap of card and the victim's passport, as well as the knowledge that he was strangled with some sort of wire. Right, I'd better collect the evidence we have and take it down to the...
Get away from there. So who's in charge around here? Would that be you, boss?
What? Who the hell are you? This is a crime scene off limits to the public.
Public, huh? Good, and that means I'm excused.
You need to leave. You've got no right to be here.
You don't tell Interpol investigator James Trent his rights, boss. He tells you yours.
Wait, did you say you were Interpol?
Right on the button. And this is my case a big schnozzle is stuck in.
Your case? He's examining the body. It looks like he's searching for something. This is my first real homicide. I can't let this guy take over and steal my thunder. Listen, you. This is...
Where is it?
What? Where's what?
I'll be taking that.
Hey, that's important evidence.
I should have known. Looks like I'm still on the trail. I bet you covered your treasure again, didn't you? You still here? Beat it, bozo.
Bro called him a bozo. That's... Man, bro really said El Bozo. You fell off plus ratio plus bozo. Like, come on. Come on, Grayson.
Oh, you scram. This is an Interpol case.
Detective Trent, wait a moment.
Look, boss, I admire your spirit. It'll get you far if you keep it burning. But you've stumbled upon an international incident here. Just move on and forget about everything in this room. You hear me?
Sure, whatever. Ah, I'm so furious I could explode. This is my first chance to investigate a real homicide for once. And my chance to show that patronizing joker that I could do something on my own. Typical. Just typical. I stumbled upon a murder and had a chance to solve it myself. And it just happened to be an Interpol case. What are the odds? Now what am I supposed to tell the chief?
Interpol, you say? If those boys are involved, then that murder must be a pretty big deal. But it has nothing to do with us. Better off just forgetting it never happened.
Great, what a waste of time and an opportunity.
Back to business. Snow came in early and gave me a report. You did good today, kids, circumstances being what they were. Thanks to your investigations today, a charged criminal will now be serving a harsher sentence.
Thanks, Chief. Say, where's Robert? I don't see him around.
You clocked off early today, out the door like a shot, just as always. Listen, if you happen to run into him, could you deliver a message?
Sure, I guess. What do you want me to tell him?
Tell him to come up to my office first thing in the morning. There's something we need to discuss regarding a letter of demotion.
Demotion? What did he do wrong?
That's what I want to know. I just found the letter in my pigeonhole not long ago. Why would anyone want that lazy lug work in the paperwork room is beyond me. Oh, wait.
Paperwork? Poor Robert. What about me, Chief? What happens now that the court investigation is over?
Not much else you can do for today, kids, so you're free to leave for the day. You can get busy on all the paperwork in the morning. And in a month's time, you'll have to testify during Foba's next trial at the Supreme Court.
To inform them of what happened during his trial today, right?
Right. I'll see you in the morning then, Detective Smith.
I guess that's that, then. My first ever assignment. Done and dusted, except for all that damn paperwork. I still can't shake off that other case. The murder of Blaine Chill in the court library. My first chance to investigate a real homicide, and that Detective James Trent had to show up. He said Blaine Chill's murder was an international incident. Did I really stumble upon something that big? Come on, Renwick, shake it off. Time to go home and put your feet up for the evening.
Later that evening. How long am I going for?
I think...
39 minutes. I'll keep going.
Huh? Oh, I must have dozed off. The phone. Who's calling me at a time like this? Funny. The caller doesn't seem to have a number. Hello?
I don't know who. Detective Smith?
Unrecognizable voices. They always put me on edge. Oh. That's me. Who's asking?
Me.
Well, duh.
You have something in mind. Is this Vex Volper? I'll get straight to the point, Detective. You have something in mind, and I want it back.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. My sweetheart is gone, and I know it was you who took her.
Sweetheart, I think you've got the wrong number. I haven't stolen anyone's wife.
Oh, dear. We've got a comedian. Don't play games with me, Detective. I could very easily play some games with you. And I have a few real choice ones for if you don't tell me where it is. Holy shit.
Who the hell is this guy? You think you're pretty tough, don't you, Mr. X? Tell me who you are instead of sniggering behind a phone line like a little kid.
Fair enough, I suppose. Hemlock? Hemlock's the name.
Hemlock? I don't know anyone called Hemlock.
Maybe, but I seem to know all about you, Smithy. Can I call you Smithy? You see, Smithy, someone in my position can easily dig up all sorts of dirt on people. So I'd say being on good terms with me is definitely more beneficial to your well-being. Hello?
What do you want, Mr. Hemlock?
That's better. A little politeness never hurt anyone. Now, we return to the matter of my missing sweetheart. Where's my enigmium, Smithy?
Enigmium? How did you know?
About the attempt on Aurora Brisbane's life? I keep a very close ear to the ground, buddy boy. Necessary in my line of work, you see. I'll ask you again, where's my enigmium?
Why do you care? That has nothing to do with you.
Ah, how very wrong you are. The enigmium has everything to do with me, Smithy. I am its rightful owner, and I want it back. Now, I'm not going to ask you again.
Then don't. Just hang up and leave me alone. I don't know anything.
Liar. I saw you take it from the courtroom.
What? You were watching me?
I'm everywhere, Detective, as I will very soon prove.
Blah, blah, blah. You don't scare me, Hemlock, whoever you are. You know nothing about me in your old talk. I'm not telling you anything, so get off my case and buzz off. I didn't know what I was saying. In all honesty, this Hemlock guy was scaring me to death. but I just couldn't tell him about the enigmium. I made a promise to Brisbane that I wouldn't tell anyone where it was. What a time to be finally developing an initiative to help other people. So much for the civil approach. Fair enough. We can do this the hard way if that's what you want. No complaints from me. And what's the hard way?
There are some games I could play with you, Smithy. Like assassination, blackmail, or perhaps framing you for today's murder.
Today's murder? You mean... How do you know about that?
About the murder of Blaine Chill? Ah, yes, I remember well. Poor Mr. Chill. Garroted in the court's reading room. No suspect found. Yet. Say, how would you like to be done for the murder?
What? I can't. I didn't. You can't.
I could, and I would. It's fully within my abilities to do so. Unless... Say, there's an idea. Unless you're interested in a little proposition.
I feel numb. What do you have in mind?
A new job, buddy boy. The honor of working for my employer. Until you tell me where that little trinket of mine has gone to, you will now be working for us, where we can keep an even closer eye on you.
I've had enough. I'm hanging up now.
That's okay. I was going to hang up anyway. I'll swing by your place in a little while to tell you all about your new job.
Shut up. Don't threaten me. You don't even know where I live.
Oh, you've moved? I had no idea. So you no longer live at Birch Street, Skyline Apartments, room 309?
What?
I see you still do. I'll be over in, shall we say, 10 minutes? Oh, what am I saying? You have no choice in the matter. See you in 10 minutes then, Smithy. And not a second later. One minute later. Okay. Yes? It's me, sir. Oh, Hemlock. What could you possibly be bothering me about? I found it. What? You found the enigmium? I've had agents all over the world looking for the blasted thing. Where is it? Over here in America. It became the hot topic of a recent murder case. The trial of which took place today, and you'll never guess who the prosecutor was. Volper, that insufferable traitor. And what of the other one? You're in luck. He was the victim. Oh, it's not Volper, okay. At least one of them got their just desserts. I'd say they both got what was coming to them, sir. Volper was the one who killed him. Ah ha 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 ha, I guess there really is no honor among thieves. So does that mean he's now? Yep, locked up. Now we come back to the matter of the enigmium. I believe it's in the possession of a certain police detective. How could a simple detective have gotten a hold of it? Yes, I forgot to mention. After being revealed as the killer, Volper got mad and threw it at the defendant. It burst his eye, boo-hoo, crime scene established, detective snatches it from under our noses. I assume you have a plan to get it back? You seemed right. I just had a chat with our little friend on the phone. I'm heading on over to his place in a second to discuss terms. Excellent. Then I want you to kill him for trifling in affairs that do not concern him. No. I've had a more interesting idea. We could always use another agent in the police force. My hearing must be going in my old age. The judge is the killer. That's the plot twist. No, I'm just... My hearing must be going in my old age, Hemlock. It sounded like you were suggesting that our thieving little friend work for my organization. Very well, but he's your responsibility. You better be keeping a close eye on him. But tell me, what more could he possibly do for us? What reasons do you have for keeping him alive? I have my reasons, sir. Whatever. Just make sure you get that enigmium back. I expect a report in the morning. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mr. Alba? Oh, shit! Mr. Alba. Kirkus Alba. Kirkus Kaburkus. I know, just, old man. Little do you know that I've got plans of my own. Plans that are going very smoothly thanks to the murder of Mr. Chill. Big plans. Plans for both you and our American friend here. Big plans indeed. We got the puppet master over here. Oh shit, that's it. Alright, well, I guess I'll go ahead and give a case review real quick. So, that case, I would say it's like high B tier, low A tier case. That was really good. I loved Volper. I loved Snow. I even loved Renwick, to be honest. He was kind of annoying at the beginning, but he's really grown on me, to be honest. And we got this new character, Hemlock, and also Kirkus Alba, Kirkus Kaburkus. If you get that joke, you're amazing. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for Turnabout of the Snow. Next time we're gonna get into the last case of this game. Wow, it's gone by a little bit quick. So yeah, next time we will get into the Ensnared Turnabout.